Morning, everybody. Larry Higgins with K Wigglers here. We're out here with Captain James Sanchez. Well, the last 2 or 3 times we fished with him, y'all seen him in some of the videos. You know, he obviously knows what he's doing. He's got his your majors and or masters in marine biology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well educated in all this, but more importantly, he's got the experience. He's fished these waters for a long time. Well, he's now a licensed captain running charters. Due to COVID and other issues, we've rescheduled this trip a couple times. Yep. And of course, and James said it, yeah, when you do come down, I know the weather's going to be horrible. Well, what do you think, James?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Larry missed out on 3 good trips, where we caught upwards of, 30, 40 trout a day. And he picked a mighty fine time to come to Corpus Christi this weekend. It's springtime conditions. Everything, as far as the wind can be from calm to 30 miles an hour, and unfortunately picked the weekend that it's going to be 25 to 35 mile an hour winds, but we're going to make it work today. So I know we're going to be heading down south early. As you can see, it's still very dark. We got a little bit of a run heading down to Baffin Bay, and today we're going to be fishing grass lines, shorelines, and these associated drop-offs. It's been a weird spring so far. We've had fairly low tides. I blame that on, of course, these late fronts that we've had with northwest winds. And what's been going on just keeps on pushing all that water out. And but these fish have been, especially the trout, have been receding off, these drop-offs over here, and consistently catching 2 to 3 and occasionally a 5 to 6 pound fish. And we did lose a bigger one here last week. Biggest one so far has been 26 inches. Nice fat fish that's getting ready to spawn with that last new moon phase we had. And also a lot of big redfish, which we're hoping to get to on camera today. Yeah. So 30 plus inch fish that are weighing 10, 11 pounds. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. Gonna throw lots of paddle tails today, especially like these guys right here. Been throwing this Bart's Bay Armor here a lot lately, as you can see on that one right there. And also loud topwaters, she dogs, Mansfield knockers, things like that. Maybe even then pull out the big Keller today if it's not too dirty in the water over there. So
yeah, like James said, we're in early April. You expect these tides to be bulled up by now, and you'd be fighting high tides versus low. Mm-hmm. On the upper coast in Galveston yesterday, there were people struggling to launch their boats at certain ramps. Yep. It is that low.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've got, let's see, 2 days today and hopefully tomorrow if the weather allows. One of the reasons we've never done an intro in the parking lot before, but we're trying to do it while it's still kind of calm and you can actually hear us and understand us.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a window today till about probably 10 o'clock before they start blowing above 18. And at that point we're gonna have to book it out of Baffin Bay and start fishing, areas on the east side of the Laguna Madre, Spoil Islands, drains, things like that, even flats off the ISW. Found some good redfish and trout too off some of these flats, and there's a lot of bait right now that's trying to move in, but again, they're just right there on the edges of the ICW right now. But once you get those higher tides, it's going to be game on here in the next few weeks.
All right, let's go get them.
All right. Saw that. That was pretty cool. Not a big one, but another small keeper. All right. Not bad. 17. So right here throwing these Mansfield knockers right now, man. Been a great bait. Smaller profile, which is what we want, but the water's a little off color right now over here in Baffin because of all the high winds we've had. And just trying to make it work right now. Saw that one that Jimmy got on camera there. So I'm going to show y'all something real quick too. We've been catching a lot of male trout here in the past like about 2-3 weeks. You got one over there too. If I can get him. There we go. So not a very big fish, as you can see. But one thing I wanted to show you guys, these fish are spawning right now. Okay, we just had our new moon last week, and they're going to be spawning here, the rest of April and into May and even early June. And a lot of male trout have been caught here lately, but I want y'all to notice though, look how beat up and bruised up that fish is right there. Okay, one, you also see the lice on there, the isopods. That's a species called, the genus name is Argulus. And what they do, the only way they can get on there, you see them moving around there, is if they're laying on the bottom like that, okay? But also too, you can see how bruised up that fish is. That's from spawning right there. This is a female. In fact, I can feel a little bit of the egg production right here. And what these males are doing, they're actually coming up and bumping her, trying to get her to release her eggs so they can release their milt. And that's why you catch a lot of trout in the springtime that are all beat up like that a little bit, and even on their tails too, you can see. So not bad, not a big one right there. I just missed the bigger one here, and then you got Austin over there. He has a nice little keeper too. So it's been a good morning so far. As far as numbers, we already have, that's 11 keepers right there so far, up to about 17, 18 inches. Anyways, it's been a good morning so far, guys. So what we're doing right here, we're set up in Baffin Bay. We had a short little window. We're gonna have winds today, probably blowing about 20 to 30 with gusts up to 40. But this window till about 10 o'clock is our time to shine, I guess you could say. I've been finding trout in this area now for probably the past month and a half. We have a lot of bait that's starting to move in here in Baffin Bay right now, even despite the low tides. And what we're doing though is that we're finding a bigger fish up shallow right now, but they tend to bite better whenever we have increasing winds. Creates color changes along these guts up shallow along the shoreline here. And right now we're going for numbers, to have the kids out here have some fun. And we're just fishing pretty much a bar that has a steady, or steady declining drop off right here. And like I was mentioning, these lower tides have these fish pulled off. They pulled off out here, and this bait has just been running all up and down the shoreline here now. And it's been pretty good. So we're throwing these Mansfield knockers right now. I've got mine rigged up on single hooks right here just because of the fact that, well, on the windy days, the grass gets kind of bad already. And in addition to that, these guys are throwing ball tail shads right here on 1/4 ounce jig heads and one on an 1/8 ounce too, and doing really well. And these fish are knocking the heck out of them. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. You're fine. All right, just let it swim now. Oh, dude, that's a better fish. Yeah, good job, dude. All right, take your time. I'll get the boga. Yeah, just let him fight. I saw your rod go boom. That's a better fish, yeah. It's about 18. Trying to give me a shower today. All right, there it goes. Yeah, what I was telling you guys earlier, how fat that fish is right there. Yeah, those are eggs right there. Yep, you can feel the egg development right there. And actually, that's a mullet. I can feel it right there. But again, look at the bruised stomach right there. Again, little female right there, probably about 18. So, let's one go. And they are feeding very aggressively this morning. So, that's what, your 5th one?
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Good job.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Good job. Let me know if you need help, man. Alright, well, that's going to make for a good video already. I just had my 3rd blow up the road. No big deal if you don't. I was just wondering. Did I give you those knee weights, Jimmy? Tommy.
It's about to come off.
Just keep pressure on it.
It's about to come off. Everyone got a net.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
How big is it?
On the boyo. Little top water right there. About 19. Yeah, here you go. Hold it up, man. Good job, bud. Show Jimmy real quick. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. I could have used it that first 30 minutes. Yeah.
All right, guys. Just wanted to update everybody right now. It's been a very good morning. We have 21 trout, up to about 2.5 pounds this morning, on throwing the Mansfield knockers, she dogs, and then of course ball tail shads too. Now the winds, you know, so we talked about that window we had earlier this morning. It's blowing now. It's already blowing about like 16, 17 miles an hour. And what we're doing, we're fishing this drop-off still for these trout. And what's going on is that these fish, with the low tides, again, have been, you know, out deeper. They're sitting right up that drop-off right there, right where it pretty much, you know, starts declining in depth right there. And what's going on is that there's these big like holes, sandy holes and depressions out there. And these fish are just pretty much facing into the current right now. And we're just, you know, picking them off, right, cast along right the edges of the grass beds like that, you know, in these potholes and so forth. So it's been a good day so far, and we're gonna go chase some redfish in a little bit once that some good color tunes start forming up shallow. All right, guys, we have Tommy here. But again, been a great morning. At this point, we already have about 25 keeper trout. Raise it up real quick, Tommy. You got the biggest one of the day, 3 pounds, beautiful fish, healthy female again, all bruised up for the spawn. And what's going on here is that these winds have increased. I talked about our window earlier. These winds have increased now to about probably 16, 17 miles an hour out of the southwest. And what we're doing, we're still working this drop off right here for these fish. And with the increasing winds though, you have current, which is even better right there. And all this wind-driven current is pushing all this bait into this deep sandy depression that's right off the drop, right off the bar right here that we're fishing. And these fish are stacked up and they're schooled up right now. We've already had about 6 fish already within a matter of 10 minutes. All right, so we're gonna let that fish go, Tommy. I said we're catching them right now on these 1/4 ounce ball tails right now. There she goes. And just throwing these 1/4 ounce ball tails right now. So it's gonna get better. Hopefully we'll see how it goes. All right, good job. There you go, Tommy got one. Finally got him. All right, guys, so what I've been doing right here, kind of hard to see right now, but there's a grass line on this bar here, and there's a pothole. I've already gotten 2 hits. So a little tip for you guys, even though, yes, it's tough to do, what I like to do is I like to cast sideways to the wind or even a little upwind and let that bait, as you're working it, let it drift down with the current. It looks more natural of a presentation right there. And that's what this fish did right here. So we're already over 30 fish right now between us. Healthy fish. I can smell the mullet that she spit up somewhere there. Oh yeah, you smell the mullet, the oils are there, so awesome. Yeah, healthy fish are there, but look, yeah, about an 18-inch fish, 18 and a half, and look again, all bruised up right there, so let it go. What I was saying, like I could smell the mullet, she had spit up something, and sure enough, look at the slick that just formed right next to Austin over there. So good one, bud. Well, take your time. And we got Larry up there too with the trout. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, man. Yeah.
Oh, we tripled up.
Yep, tripled up right there. All right, hold on. All right, little line out. Okay, keep pressure on it right there. Just bring it towards me. That's a good fish, dude.
How big is it? 4
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's about almost a 4-pound fish.
3.5, 4 pounder.
Well, yeah. Hold on. All right. I don't normally grab the line, but got it. There you go. Good job, man. 3.5. That's about a 22-inch fish. All right. Good job. All right, don't walk forward. You're fine. Let him fight. Good fish, man. Good fish.
Smack that thing.
Yeah, they tend to feed pretty aggressively in this dirty water, man. They got one shot at it, so they got to take a count.
How big do you think that is?
Probably about 25. Red or white, make them bite, man. Oh, that's a good fish, dude. Yeah, that's like a 6-pound fish. All right, I'll help you out. You're good. You're fine. You got it. Let him play out. There we go. I'd say that's a good one, buddy.
How big is it?
Let's see. 6.5. About a 25, 26-inch fish, man.
Can I get a picture?
Of course. All right, guys, so what we're doing right now, we moved from the trout. It started getting a little rough out there, and plus the bite started slowing down a lot, so we started chasing redfish. And what I'm doing right now is position everybody on the boat here across this shallow shoreline right here, okay? We're about shin to knee-deep water, and there's scattered grasses here. It's a little bit of a softer, muddier bottom with sand mixed in, and we're just slow rolling paddle tails. Austin right here just caught this redfish right here. 6.5-pound red on the red and white paddle tail. Red and white make them bite, and just slow rolling them, and absolutely crushed it. So good job, man. And when he kicks out of your hand, you'll know he's good to go. Good job, dude. Proud of you, man. Awesome.
All right, everybody, end of the trip. Normally we do these wrap-ups on the water, but it is so freaking windy, we couldn't do it out on the water. We had to come over here and get a little protected. But all in all, had a great day. We caught over 50 trout, a few reds. Tommy here caught the biggest trout. Austin caught the most trout, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There was a pot licking accusation at some point with Tommy pot licking Austin. I don't know. But,
And they also doubled up like 6 or 7
yeah,
times a
tons
day.
of double ups, triple ups. It was a great day on the water. A lot of high winds, but Captain James here had a plan, great plan. Caught fish at every stop. Couldn't have worked out much better.
Oh yeah, you can't complain when you have 50+ trout. We had 20 trout within the first 30-40 minutes.
Top water, soft plastic,
Yeah.
however you wanted to catch them for a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, they were just blasting away on the she-dog and also to the Mansfield knockers. And then we switched to ball tails on quarter-ounce jig heads. Like I mentioned earlier, and that was it. I mean, just fishing these depressions right off the drop off this big sandbar over there in Baffin. And then we went up shallow, found one good red, had a couple other small ones, tons of bait in there again, but almost too much bait. I think it was kind of scaring off the other redfish in the area. And then we just worked our way down King Ranch shoreline. Kind of crazy with, like I said, with our low tides right now. And normally, it takes a substantial amount of wind to dirty up the east side of the Laguna Madre, but the tides are so low, it was all chocolate milk. So we just hopped down the King Ranch shoreline, found a few more small redfish and trout up to 3 pounds too. And then the last stop, had winds about 28 miles an hour, gusting up to 35, 36. And after that, yeah, we called it quits. But a very successful day.
Yeah, I was launching my 4-inch paddle tail on a quarter-ounce about a mile with that wind in my back.
Exactly. Yeah, paddle tails and loud top waters paid off today, and then of course those, the ball tails on a heavy jig head. So
Yeah, great
day today. Great day.
Austin, what do you think? He got so good at catching, he's talking smack.
Oh yeah.
Before today, he's only caught 2 speckled trout. He's fairly new to saltwater fishing like that. Tommy's here. He's had a little bit more experience, but Austin started off just slamming him on the ball tail, and Tommy kind of took over. But great day. Tomorrow should be even more interesting.
Yeah, 25 to 35 mile an hour winds tomorrow with gusts well over 40. We're gonna be definitely heading up north somewhere. I'll put it that way. And just
You'll know how the
winging a
day
prayer.
goes. You'll know how the
Yeah.
day goes if you don't see a part 2 to this one.
Exactly. If you don't see a part 2, you know exactly how the day went. So you'll probably see some tails tucked in between our legs. So, but we're gonna make do, and hopefully it'll work out.
See y'all on the next one.